If you have a product or service that you have already created, and now it's a matter of actually marketing it and finding your audience, today I'm going to outline some steps you need to take in order to successfully sell your product using social media. Before we get started, please subscribe to my channel and hit that notification button so you'll be alerted when my next video goes live. Social media selling just sounds sexy. It sounds like all you need to do is put one post on Instagram and then lo and behold, you sell thousands and thousands of products, you max out your services, and you become one of the Instagram models that have made millions of dollars and traveled the world. I assure you, this happens to no one in that order. Any kind of success that you have seen businesses have through marketing themselves on social media has been because they actually wrote out a strategic marketing plan about how they were going to talk, promote, deliver their products. It takes more than one post for anything to gain momentum. So as part of your social media marketing plan, you first want to look at what your product or service is, and then take a good look at the social media tools that are out there and decide which is the best fit for you. If you have a product or an idea that is highly visual, that can inspire passion, enthusiasm, lifestyle changes, platforms like Instagram and even Pinterest have shown to be excellent mediums for this. That's because Instagram and Pinterest use high-quality visuals and highly engaging videos that really inspire action in their audience. It's not a matter of one size fits all. You do have to look at what your individual product or service is, and then see how others have utilized the medium to sell their products, which may be similar. Your spin on your business is uniquely yours, but that doesn't mean that you can't look for some of the ways that they've done their business to give you ideas for your business. And the same is on social media selling. So once you've looked at the various social media tools like Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and Snapchat, Pinterest, what else do we have out there? Oh yeah, even TikTok, and of course my love, Twitch. Start visualizing the kinds of content that you would need to create in order to gain an interest in your product. In my book, simpler is always better. If you feel like you have to get into heavy production, or it seems like a task that's going to cost you a lot of time or money, it's best to take a step back and look at what you have at hand now to actually use to create the kind of content that you will need to support your messaging. Each of the social media platforms are going to handle content in a different way. And also, in most cases, they're going to need it in different sizing. So it's best to have a very clear idea from the beginning where you're going to be putting your marketing messages before you create that content, so you can make sure that the size specifications are going to be correct for your message and your product. The next thing you're going to want to look at is your actual system delivery for sales of your product. We're finally at a time where it's actually pretty easy to sell directly through most of the social media tools, meaning you can post a picture, have a shopping tag, and then initiate the sales process. This isn't how it always was. And there is still some technical background that you need to make this happen. But if you're looking to sell a product directly through Facebook or Instagram, these kind of mechanisms are easily integrated. And it can be as easy as simply setting up a catalog system that ties into a payment processor that allows you to complete the whole transaction. Now, I'm purposely using very broad terms here because depending on your delivery method, what the actual product is, and how you're going to deliver it to your customer is going to change from business to business. And you'll also have to make decisions about what kind of payment processing you want to utilize. And I'm happy to say that most of the third-party payment systems integrate super nicely with any of the social media tools. But again, it goes back to your planning. Before you create that content or create that post, make sure you understand how your sales delivery is going to happen and how your customer is going to pay for your product. You want to make it look professional and seamless as possible. It's easy to lose a customer in the transaction process, which is why you want to make sure the steps are not only simple, but they lead them in a very intuitive way to the next step. Meaning, if I click on a product that I want to buy, it doesn't launch me into a series of clicks that I have to get through in order to complete that purchase. And remember, this is all going to start within your social media post. So having that integration thought out from the beginning will save you a world of headache and also increase your sales. So once we have our product line thought out and the actual payment processing, we're finally ready to start thinking about the marketing strategy and the content creation. You can almost think of your social media as the last step in this process, because you need to have these other parts in line and working correctly before you can start creating your post or any of your visuals. Otherwise, it's going to seem very messy, not just from your business side, but from your customer's perspective. Now, take note, there are some limitations and restrictions within the various social media tools. On Instagram, for instance, you need to have 10,000 or more subscribers in order to get something like the swipe up feature in your stories. And the same thing is true over on tools like YouTube. You need a certain number of subscribers to be allowed to do specific things like have stories and links and things of that nature, and integrate community building with memberships and subscribers that actually pay. So as you're doing your research on the social media platform that you want to utilize for your marketing, make sure you look at these logistics and these specifications to make sure that you're not starting to create a whole marketing plan that in the end it turns out you're not even actually eligible for yet. I've seen this happen with quite a few of my clients where they'll see bigger brands be able to do certain things on social media and they get excited about it and open their accounts and then realize, oh, I can't do that because you need a certain level of subscribers or interaction or even longevity for the actual account. You see, it is possible to sell your products and services through social media. You just need to make sure that you've actually sat back and thought about how this plan happens. What does that customer pathway look like? From start to finish, from them experiencing your product, deciding they want to buy it, starting to actually take the actions to buy it, and then completing the sale has to be seamless. Remember, if your customer starts to have a bad experience with the whole buying process, you will lose them. And it's hard to regain their trust to bring them back. Because if at any point they start thinking, I don't really know if this business is going to deliver on this, you might not have a second chance to convince them otherwise. So by the time you get to the marketing strategy, all you really have to worry about is what is your messaging going to look like? How are you going to speak to your customer? How are you going to engage them and create that interest in buying your product? Think of it as a journey along a path, and there's markers along that path that you have to hit for each area in order to successfully finish your journey. So taking the time to have a well thought out product with a developed sales system in place that you have then created and executed a marketing strategy for on social media will lead you to successfully selling your product and successfully building your business. And of course, you have to have the right content and visuals and copy for your social media posts in order to create that true customer satisfaction. And when you put all these steps together, you're going to find that social media selling is actually not only available to you, it's incredibly successful for you. I hope you found this video helpful. Please leave your comments below, and of course, share it with a friend if you think it would be helpful to them. Also, subscribe to my channel and hit that notification button so you'll be alerted when my next video goes live. And for more marketing tips, just check out the other videos on my channel.